Hello YouTube friends, Leisha here with another video. This video is going to be a little bit different. I've mostly come to talk about losing your joy when crafting, and that's kind of where I'm at. I've been using stuff up and working on that and whatever, and I still have lots of stuff. My craft room flooding did not help this situation. It just made me feel more overwhelmed with stuff. So what I have, like I said, been doing is using things up. And not that I have to use everything up. You know, if I have a roll of ribbon, I don't have to use the entire roll. But I want to start using some of that ribbon so that, you know, there's a reason I have it. And so I was cleaning up a little bit today, trying to deal with some of the mess. And I came across a stack of coffee dyed book pages, and I have tons of coffee dyed book pages, but this one was, so I moved a bunch of stuff from my craft room into my laundry room, trying to get it organized. And I was like, you know what, I do not need to be storing more of these in another place than where I have all my other coffee dyed book pages. I'm going to use them. So I put them aside, and this is what I've made out of the book pages that I had put aside. I also have binders, and these are very organized, and it doesn't bother me at all that I have them, of printables, because what I do is I print things off, put them in page protectors, and then I sort them by either the kit or the designer, depending, you know, whether it's, you know, an entire kit or just some pages that I've printed. So this is Tsunami Rose. I've been using trim, so this is black trim. And I love this idea. I've seen Lori Fusco do it, I believe. Diane Hubert does lots of, you know, this kind of thing. So it's inspired by different people. And then mostly just by the fact that I have book pages that I'm like, what am I going to do with them all? This is one of the first ones I did. It's kind of boring. I wasn't thinking I should have sewed some trim on this before I sewed it to the page, because this is a pocket now. This is just coffee dyed tablecloth. It's not vintage, but I will add something more to this. Well, I should say most likely I will. But this is nice because it will just, you know, sit on a page. I can tuck things in here, leave it open here. You know, I could tuck one of these books in there, whatever I want. I also made this one. This fabric here, I love this fabric. I actually sewed myself a skirt out of it. Not that I wear the skirt because it was the first skirt I sewed, and let's just say that it's very obvious it's the first skirt I ever sewed. So anyways, I ran out of ledger paper. I didn't run out, but I didn't have any next to me, and I was done for the night. So this is coffee dyed ledger paper, and that is, yeah, that. More, no, that is not Tsunami Rose. I think that that's just penny, paper, or ephemera, I'm not sure. This is Tsunami Rose, and like I said, I didn't have any more paper to back it with, but just sewed it on. And I'm gonna make more of these because I really like these. I like the idea that I'm gonna do some where I sew on like a piece of cardstock so I can put pictures inside, and then it's, you know, acid free, and a perfect place for pictures. I also have this you can see the fabric more, and this just opens up at the top here, top loading pocket, and I'll put a tag in that. And you know, I could glue it onto a page, or I could clip it on, whatever. So I did that one. I did this one. I really do like the smaller size things better, but this is perfect for, like, I think at the front of a signature, where, you know, I can put all of my extra tags and things that I may want to use, or at the back of a journal, in the journal. I like doing that. This is the Graphics Fairy. Love her cactus set. and this is more of that fabric, and then more of the tablecloth. And this is another one I really like. It's my, I don't know if it's my favorite big one or not, but Tsunami Rose. Oops. This is a tuck here, and I tried a different stitching. This is Tsunami Rose. A pocket here. And then just some blue rickrack and black trim. I used almost all the black trim piece I had, so I was happy about that. I used a full sheet of Tsunami Rose printables. And this is, oops, a pocket here, and a pocket here, and then I will just glue it, you know, to a page like that. This is also Tsunami Rose, more of that black trim, and just stitching. Nothing here is glued, except this will be glued. This isn't glued yet, because I cannot stitch it, or I'll end up stitching the top pocket shut. So, and that's only because I thought of doing this after. Otherwise, I would have not stitched, not glued anything. All I had was sitting at my sewing machine and grabbing things. I really like this one too. How does it? Oh yeah, so a tuck spot here, and then a tuck spot here. So it's a double tuck, and it can be, what I'll probably do is, if I glue it down, I can glue it so I have 3 tuck spots, or I can glue 3 sides and then have a tuck spot here, which is what I'll probably do. Or maybe I'll just leave it as a floating tuck spot. I don't know. I don't know what journal I'm going to use these in yet. I made up a bunch, and I really like how they turned out. It was a great way to use up these book pages. And I mean, like I said, I have so much stuff. It's so overwhelming, and I am the type of person that grabs what's in front of me. So I have all this stuff that's not in front of me that I don't use. And that's fine to grab what's in front of you, but what about all that other stuff, right? So today I just kind of challenged myself to use what was in front of me, yes, but with the book pages, so that I could get some of these used up. And I will make probably a bunch more. I am leaving for Saskatchewan in 2 weeks, so I have some journals I want to finish and some ephemera that I want to finish. We'll see how far I get. I'm super happy with these, and I used up a bunch of thread, so I am really glad about that. When my grandma's friend passed away, I was given her sewing box, and she had thread in every color. So I do use things up, and this is the proof of it. You know, there's 4 spools of thread that I've used, not just on these projects, but in general. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Any comments or questions, leave them below. Any tips on how you use your stash and what you do when you feel overwhelmed, let me know that as well. Thank you for watching.